through its exceptional vehicles and community initiatives. Cafe Mocha's Big Apple Resilience, Stories of the Street, presented by Toyota, travel to all 5 New York boroughs for conversations with New York natives and frontline workers. Each shared their story of resilience and how through it all they're standing and serving their community.
The multiple pandemics, the COVID pandemic, the systemic racism pandemic, it has impacted on employment, it has impacted on rents, it has impacted on the health services, and of course it's impacted on our children. The smaller businesses in the main have been devastated. Over 50% of them will never reopen again. They cannot survive this multiple pandemic. And so it's a very difficult time. But God has a plan, and in some form and fashion, we're going to make it through it. Nonetheless, you know, Harlem is Harlem, and Harlem goes through everything and recognizes its role as a leader in communities of color throughout the world. So we have to give a good example for Harlem so that in South Central LA or in Watts or in Detroit or in Jamaica, they can figure out a way to survive.
In New York, concrete jungles where dreams are made of, there's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. New life will inspire you. Let's hear it from New York, New York, New York. Some folk like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. Hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. I've seen all the movie stars in their fancy cars and their limousines. Been high in the Rockies under the evergreens. And I know what I'm needing, and I don't want to waste no more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. Oh, I'm in a New York state of mind. It's up to you, New York, New York. It's up to you, New York.
Welcome to the inaugural Cafe Mocha 2020 Salute Them Awards, presented by AARP and Toyota, as we pay tribute to those impacting global change. Tonight, we take a moment and salute them. Sit back, relax, and get ready for an event to inspire your soul with our Cafe Mocha co-host and Emmy Award winner, Ms. Lonnie Love.
Yes, Shalea, I'm in a New York state of mind too. And girl, you were so good as the great Dorinda Clark in the Clark Sisters movie on Lifetime. Hello, everyone. I'm Lonnie Love. I am proud to be your host for the 2020 New York State of Mind Salute Them Awards. Did you catch the first Salute Them Awards in September? We honored greats like the legendary Marla Gibbs, Congresswoman Maxine Waters, Lamont Rucker, Rayhan Staten, the young man who went from trash man to Harvard Law School, Chicago community activist Jamal Cole, and the iconic My Home Girls, Detroit's own the Clark Sisters. If you missed it, or if you just want to watch it over again, be sure to check out our Cafe Mocha Radio YouTube channel and on demand at salutethemawards.com. This time, we're honoring more amazing trailblazers, brothers and sisters who are in the fight against COVID and about the business of building back our communities, demonstrating exactly what THEM stands for. Together, heroes emerge, momentous. Our honorees are truly standing in solidarity for change. For us, New York is like home. Cafe Mocha started 10 years ago at WBLS FM, and we started the Salute Her Awards in New York at the Malcolm X and Dr. Betty Shabazz Memorial and Education Center with 50 guests and honoring a handful of women. God is so good. A decade later, hundreds have attended our award ceremonies, traveling to 5 cities around the country. On behalf of my co-hosts, Yo-Yo and Angelique Perrin, and our creator and executive producer, Ms. Sheila Eldridge, we say thanks to everyone for your support. We're here today because of you. And speaking of history, we did it! Oh, together we elected my divine nine sister, Kamala Harris, as the first woman VP of this country. She's Asian and Jamaican. That's black to me. We all come in all flavors. And she's an HBCU fam. Howard University, we see you out there. Hey! Now, just because we have President Biden and Vice President Harris, we can't get comfortable. It's not January yet, but I've got hope again for our communities. We're happy that you joined us. Hope your Thanksgiving was a blessed one. Hope you didn't eat too much, didn't argue too much with Ray Ray and them. I know I did. But I hope you're watching this program ever thankful for your many blessings. Now, let's honor some amazing people. Let's go. Join me in finding out why our first sister is our Salute Them Mocha Maven honoree as the head of the Youth Coalition for Black Lives Matter, Greater New York.
Our youth are the leaders of tomorrow, and Nupal Kiazolu is at the head of the class. This young, internationally recognized modern-day civil rights activist and organizer has been raising her voice since she was just 12. From taping Do I Look Suspicious behind her hoodie in the wake of Trayvon Martin's death to being on the front lines of the Charlottesville protests, the Brooklyn native, partially raised in Georgia, has been a welcome voice for Generation Z. This summer, while serving as president of Black Lives Matter Greater New York, she helped organize and lead more than 15,000 strong for a march from Bryant Park to Trump Towers, protesting the tragic killing of George Floyd and standing in solidarity against rampant police brutality. A proud Hampton University HBCU student studying political science and pre-law, she plans to become a civil rights attorney and politician. Balancing college, career ambition, and activism is just part of her daily routine. Her dedication to making a difference earned her a spot on Teen Vogue's 21 Under 21 list, making her the first HBCU student honored. As Miss Liberia 2019-2020, Kiazolu has shown that beauty, brains, and activism do work in tandem. For walking in the shoes of activist Angela Davis, and embodying the quote that says, "I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change, but changing the things I cannot accept." That is why Nupal Kiazolu is Cafe Mocha's 2020 Salute Them Mocha Maven.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nupal Kiazolu. I'm 20 years old and a civil rights activist and organizer from Brooklyn, New York, and I'm also Miss Liberia, USA. I am so incredibly honored and humbled to receive the Mocha Maven Award from Cafe Mocha Radio. Words cannot even describe how surprised I was when I got the email and just lost for words when I received it in its final form. This year has been a whirlwind. None of us were expecting to get hit with a pandemic, and none of us were really expecting a revolution. We have quite literally lived through a revolution. Change is on the horizon, and change is what we have been fighting for as a community, and we're finally starting to make strides. But this is just the beginning. We have so much more work to do as a community, because the people united will never be divided. I am so humbled and honored to be looked at as a leader in this movement, but I'm just playing my role. And I'm glad that the work that I've contributed to this movement has helped and helped progress it. Black women have been the backbone of every single movement for our people. Black women, Black trans women, Black queer folks have carried our movements with little to no credit. So I am honored to be recognized by my community. Before I end this, I really want to emphasize to you guys that we have so much more work to do. And when I say this is just the beginning, this is literally just the beginning. We cannot get comfortable. The most valuable lesson this movement has taught me is that we are not just fighting for a better future. We are fighting for a better present. Because if we don't take control of our present, we won't have a chance at the future. So let's keep going. Let's keep marching. Let's keep striding. We got this. We got this. I love you guys. I'm so humbled, honored, grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night.
Minding her money is part of her DNA. As the majority stockholder of Detroit's first Independence Bank, Kiko Davis is the only Black woman in America to own the bank. Yes, you heard me correct. Let's take a peek and see why she is our Salute Them Business Legacy Honoree.
Keeping the family business together is a superpower for Kiko Davis Snoddy. When her husband, Don Davis, passed in 2014, she vowed to continue his legacy as a banking magnate, music pioneer, and community leader. And she's done just that. As the overseer of the Davis Trust, Davis Snoddy is the majority shareholder of First Independence Bank, Detroit's only Black-owned bank, and at 50, one of the oldest, started by her late husband. It makes her one of the rare Black women to ever own a bank in this country. Through Groovesville Production and Publishing, she controls Davis's Grammy-winning catalog of music that includes hits from Johnny Taylor's Disco Lady. But making money and keeping it isn't Davis Snoddy's motivation. As the founder of the Don Davis Legacy Foundation, she's continued to pursue their dream of economic empowerment and education to the community. The foundation's philanthropic arm also reaches into arts and culture, supporting the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History, the Detroit Institute of Arts, and the Music Hall Center for the Performing Arts. With numerous accolades for her work, she's received the Michigan Chronicle's Women of Excellence Award and was named on the prestigious Ebony magazine Power 100. A passionate advocate for empowering women in business, Davis Snoddy is forging a new path by developing products for the billion-dollar beauty industry and adding author to her title. For being an inspiring example of preserving family heritage is why Kiko Davis Snoddy is Cafe Mocha's 2020 Salute Them Awards Business Legacy Honoree.
A sister from my hometown, Detroit. Oh, we make some good people. Kiko Davis, it is a pleasure to present you with the Salute Them Business Legacy Award.
I'd like to say thank you to the wonderful sponsors of the Salute Them Awards, Toyota and AARP. Thank you also to the amazing ladies of Cafe Mocha Radio, my Detroit homegirl Lonnie Love, Yo-Yo, and Angelique Perrin for being an impactful, uplifting, and strong voice for women of color during these challenging times. Thank you also to Sheila Eldridge for providing a platform that allows us to feel welcome, at home, and celebrated. Thank you to all of the ladies for giving me my first opportunity to kickstart the holiday season off right by getting dressed up. I've been in sweats pretty much the entire pandemic. It is truly an honor to receive the Business Legacy Award and to be recognized for doing something that I truly love, whether that's empowering the community through financial literacy, supporting homeless youth with education and housing, sponsoring music and art in public schools, being an advocate for female empowerment, or one of the many other charitable causes I so passionately support. I do it because I truly believe to whom much is given, much more is required. As 2020 continues to test our faith, COVID-19 is raging, and systemic racism is taking center stage. Now more than ever is the time for us to stand in soul solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement. We must stand united and strong as family. Family is so important to who we are and what we ultimately become. I couldn't get very far without my family, and for that very reason, I'd like to thank my parents, my husband and beloved King, our 6 amazing children, and 1 adorable granddaughter for their love and support that allows me to give so passionately to the communities that inspire us all. Finally, I'd like to dedicate this award to my childhood inspiration, the late, great Shirley Chisholm. My favorite Chisholm quote, "In the end, anti-Black, anti-female, and all forms of discrimination are equivalent to the same thing, anti-humanism." Thank you again to Cafe Mocha Radio for this incredible honor, and to all the loyal viewers and listeners, God bless and stay safe.
My name is Paige Barton, Manager of Dealer Relations and Process Strategy. And I'm privileged to be here on behalf of Toyota's Social Innovation Team. This year marks our 4th year presenting sponsor, and we celebrate the opportunity to introduce a new signature award, Toyota Champion Award. This is the 2nd stop on the 2020 Salute Them Awards Tour, a celebration of the remarkable women and men who through their life's work continue to inspire us all. In years past, Toyota presented the Toyota American Pride Award to honor women's veterans of color who have served bravely in the U.S. Armed Forces. This year, amid COVID-19 pandemic, bravery has been personified in so many different ways. For this reason, we salute those who work tirelessly on the front lines, from essential workers to other community leaders, by creating the Toyota Champion Award. Cafe Mocha family, it is my pleasure to present the Toyota Champion Award to Dr. Alice Stanford, founder of Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium.
Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. Living up to the words of our forever First Lady Michelle Obama, North Philadelphia native Dr. Ayla Stanford knew that Black Philadelphians comprised a disproportionate percentage of the city's COVID-19 deaths, so she sprung into action to save her own. Realizing that many Black people believed they were resistant to COVID-19, she produced a video dispelling that deadly myth. When she started receiving calls from family, friends, and friends of friends that believed they had contracted the virus but couldn't get tested, whether doctors didn't have tests or folks who didn't have a car to get drive-through testing, Dr. Stanford was alarmed. Leaning into her power and her boundless compassion, she donned her white coat, rallied her colleagues, and formed the Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium. they took to the streets to provide free testing in some of the city's hardest hit areas. Leading is natural to this respected physician, who is the first Black female pediatric surgeon trained solely in the U.S. In her stellar 20-plus year career, she has earned honors that include Philadelphia Tribune's Top 10 Under 40, the City of Philadelphia's Next Generation of Women Leadership Award, and the Philadelphia Manetto Award for her dedication to improving the lives of the city's young people. She's the founder of It Takes Philly, a nonprofit planting early seeds of greatness by exposing youth to professions they may not otherwise have discovered. An entrepreneur, Dr. Stanford runs Real Concierge Medicine, a service catering to clients' specialized health needs. As a humanitarian, Dr. Stanford has taken mission trips to Haiti, as well as taught and trained surgical residents and medical students doing her missionary work. And to top it off, this extraordinary woman is also the loving mother of 3 sons. For never ever failing to use her gifts to save and heal others is why Dr. Ayla Stanford is Cafe Mocha's 2020 Salute Them Toyota Champion.
Hello. My name is Dr. Ayla Stanford, and thank you, Cafe Mocha and Toyota, for the Salute Them Champion Award. I founded the Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium because after being a doctor for 2 decades, I could no longer watch and wait for someone else to save us. I provided barrier-free testing for over 15,000 in our region. We have saved lives with the selfless doctors, nurses, and non-medical personnel that stand beside me every single day. African Americans have contracted coronavirus and died 2 to 3 times greater than white Americans in this country. And one tool necessary to stop the spread was coronavirus testing. We provided that, and I thank you for acknowledging our work. God bless you.
You know, due to the lack of inaction of our federal government, many people have died from COVID-19. Where I work in Brooklyn, we were the hardest hit in New York, and we have lost so many people. I could say that it was devastating. It was quite depressing. It was difficult, especially when you're working in a poorly underfunded hospital with limited resources. In New York, at one point, we felt like we were alone because it had hit us so rapidly and so hard. And wow. I don't know. Every time I think about it, I just think about all the people that died. It's just a shame and embarrassing how we handle this pandemic as a country. Thousands of Americans could have been saved, and it wasn't fair. It was an injustice to those who had nothing to do with the political game. Public health over profits should have been the mindset when things like this happen. It's gonna have to take people to listen to doctors, medical doctors, and scientists, and people to believe in science and health. We have to believe that in order for us to move forward, that we have to look at each other as a family and say, I wear my mask because I want to protect you from me, and vice versa. Do away with your biases right now. Do away with all the political biases and just focus on being a human being and being a fellow American citizen and looking out for the next one. I'm a New Yorker, born and raised, and we have resilience like no other. Whether you were in Queens, whether you were in Staten Island or in the South Bronx or various parts of Brooklyn or even in Westchester County, people in New York, we came together to fight this pandemic. We always say that if you could live here, you could live anywhere, and we survived. We did. We survived, we fought back, and we're still fighting. Unfortunately, a lot of us are still suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder related to COVID-19, but we are still pulling together as a community. I mean, we are the concrete jungle, and whatever happens to us, we make it through and we fight back. And I'm a proud New Yorker, and I'm proud of us.
It's officially the holidays, and as you know, this year has been harder on a lot of folks than other years. If you've been blessed, please help our Mocha Cares Foundation help those hit hardest by the pandemic, those living in shelters. When it comes to helping others, we ain't too proud to beg, so if you can help, please feel free to Cash App whatever you can. Give to $ Mocha Cares. Don't forget that $.
New Yorkers are phenomenal and amazing. We're a very special breed here in Harlem. So when adversity came with COVID, a lot of strangers really gave me the support that I needed to be able to do the work. We have free and confidential HIV testing and Hep C testing today. Can't Be Silenced is a non-for-profit 501c3 organization, and our mission is to help women and children and families that suffer with HIV and AIDS. When COVID-19 hit back in March, it really affected my business. First, it affected me personally because I'm an AIDS survivor. So I had lots of thoughts about, pre-existing conditions. What am I a candidate for COVID-19? So those were my first thoughts. But then after 2 months, we started educating people and talking about COVID and HIV through our Zoom sessions. I know you're married, but I would prefer you to take these for your son. To get through this situation, we're gonna need a lot of prayer. But faith without works is dead. We have to pray and we have to move. And in moving, it's not just me as an activist, but it's the whole community. First, we find out the needs of the people. That's the first thing. You can't do any work if you don't know the needs of the people. Once we got that handled, we can strategize about how collectively to help the entire community, and especially our children who really have suffered through COVID, and let them know that this is not gonna be forever. We're gonna be able to maybe not go back to our regular normal, but we are gonna get back to normal because of the resilience of us in New York City. When I'm thinking of soul solidarity, first I speak to the spirit of the person. And then once we speak to each other's spirit, we can sit down, we can collaborate so that we can change this entire, not only Harlem, but this entire world. We have to reach out to other communities in different states and different towns and explain to them and show them what soul solidarity looks like. Us together coming as one, spiritually and collectively.
For 20 years, Misty Copeland has been on point, dazzling us with her graceful movements. And as she soared, literally and figuratively, she's done all she can to ensure that little girls of color everywhere know that they can soar too. Take a look at Misty Copeland, our treasured true honoree.
Living out her wildest dreams isn't enough for Misty Copeland. Instead, she turned her personal triumph into a collective victory. As the face of brands that include Under Armour, American Express, and Estee Lauder, she embodies Black excellence and Black girl magic. Born in Kansas City and raised in San Pedro, California, with modest circumstances, the odds were against Misty becoming a prima ballerina. Today, her name is forever etched in ballet history as the legendary American Ballet Theater's second Black woman soloist and first ever Black female principal ballerina. As symbolic as dancing as Clara in The Nutcracker, Odette in Swan Lake, Juliet in Romeo and Juliet, and originating Firebird, she works even harder to ensure that the door for other young dancers will be left open to those behind her. Using her platform to uplift children, Misty Copeland has served as the National Youth of the Year Ambassador for the Boys and Girls Club. Appointed to the President's Council on Fitness and Nutrition by President Obama, she traveled to Rwanda with Mind Leaps to help launch its girls program, established the Misty Copeland Scholarship, and served as Turnaround Arts Ambassador representing the Gregory Jocko Jackson School in Brooklyn. Both her 2014 memoir, Life in Motion, and her 2017 fitness book, Ballerina Body, are New York Times bestsellers. Her Firebird picture book and Firebird Barbie, released in 2016, celebrates her triumphant performance in the groundbreaking role and shows kids that absolutely any dream can be realized with faith and hard work. For being a light of inspiration and always dancing in the rain, that's why Misty Copeland is Cafe Mocha's 2020 Salute Them Champion for Children honoree.
Congratulations, Misty. We want to congratulate you for all that you do to help us and our culture. Any words?
Oh my God. First of all, thank you so much for thinking of me. Cafe Mocha Radio, you guys are amazing. Lonnie, I miss you. It's been too long. But it's such an honor, having had the experience of being a young person and not having a lot of structure. I benefited so much from organizations like the Boys and Girls Clubs and being surrounded by incredible mentors. So I understand the importance of being able to set an example and give back and make the youth better than we are. I think that's how we create a better world. I think not just with impacting children themselves, but also parents. I even think about the time that we're in right now and how important it is, the decisions we're making as adults and as parents of children to make the world a better place for the future, for our children. And I'm just so honored, and I will forever be fighting the fight to make this world a better place, a more accepting place, a more diverse place. And thank you for setting an example for me.
Oh, you do it with such style and such grace and such honor. One last question. What do you say to that little girl out there, Misty, that's like you, that may find herself, the only woman of color in a situation? What can you say to her to encourage her?
I've been there, and so many of us have been there. And it's okay to be the first. It's okay to be alone, but you're not alone. There are so many people out there that are setting an example for you, that are there for you if you open your eyes and you allow yourself to accept guidance and help and love. I think that your possibilities will be endless, but I think that it's really about being open and allowing that love to come in and reaching out to people, if that's what it is, whether it's your family or people that you look up to, whether it's writing a letter to someone that you admire. I think that the actions will help you to feel more accepted.
Well, congratulations again, Misty. We'll continue to go. I can't wait to see you again at the Nutcracker. I go every year when you're here. Okay. Love you. Take care.
Representation matters. It's so important for young Black women to look on a stage or look at a TV and see somebody who looks like us. Misty Copeland has made history. She's paved the way, she's broken down barriers, and she's opened doors in the dance world that have previously been closed to us.
She probably has, in some way, shape, or form, impacted every young Black dancer, male or female, there is. Even if you aren't aspiring to be a ballerina, I think Misty Copeland is still a really great role model.
You've shown me that I'm capable of more than what society tells me, and you've shown every Black girl, dancer or not, what it means to push through the hardships.
The work that you have done has continued to make me want to grow and learn and pursue my dreams even more. Seeing you succeed and all that you do has truly made me want to work even harder to achieve my goals.
Not only does she show me that you can be anything you want in the dance industry, no matter the color, but she also shows me that you can succeed in a system that was made to keep us down.
Misty Copeland means a lot to me as a young African-American female. She inspires me in so many different ways, from her dancing to eating healthy, and watching her dance across the major stage lets me know that I too can become a professional dancer one day.
I just wanted to thank you for opening paths to young brown belly dancers like myself. Your journey has impacted me and almost everyone in the community that is Black, just because of you being able to persevere and push through the negative energy. Because of you, I know I can.
She inspired me to continue my dream of becoming a ballerina, even with my broad shoulders and hips, because all things are possible.
It's not just your talent, but your incredible character that make you so exceptional and aspirational to so many. You have a whole tribe of people that are rooting for you, as you have always rooted for us.
We are a performing arts center which endeavors to build strength and morality and prepare our children for the world stage. Not just the dance stage, but the world. When the pandemic hit, we were doing okay at first, for the first maybe 2 months. But after the second month, money was not coming in. Our finances were starting to be stretched. We did not have a reserve. And so I decided, why not put together a fundraising campaign to save what I believe the community deserves and needs. And the campaign is called 1 Million Strong. We believe that if you bring the arts into the community becomes more alive. By giving a dime, a quarter, a dollar, $500 to support any organization, particularly in the arts. I believe that if 1 million people give $1, then we could actually not just survive this year, but we could survive 2021, and no child or no community member would have to pay to use and benefit from our services.
You know, the last time we were over here, I want to say it was March 12th. And that's when we officially had to stop doing shows because of rising of COVID. I guess you say what? The way that this impacted the theater community, you know, this is part of our livelihood. My girl, talking about my girl, my girl. I've known some folks who have passed because of COVID, so it is a very real thing. And you know, it has affected what I normally do, which is be in this show, but that hasn't stopped me from performing.
Great Kahooga, don't you hear me talking to you, sir?
From giving good vibes and good energy to everyone. Just because I'm not able to do it in front of people, what I love to do doesn't mean I have to stop doing it. We have to come together, not only as a community, but as a world, in a place where we are not only seeing the color of our skin. People have to understand that I am you, you are me. We all are one. The shoulders that I stand on have fought for me to be in this theater right here. This was the original theater where Dreamgirls was had. So to be in this place, to be in this space, I know the shoulders I stand on. And they fought then, and we are fighting now. Not just for our performing rights, but our human rights. I stand in soul solidarity simply because injustice is not right. I am a born and raised Brooklynite. I've been in New York all my life. Where we are now, it's not gonna stop us from getting back to where we were. But when we come back, it's gonna be even stronger. It's gonna be much better. We're gonna take it to a place where we didn't even realize that we could go. Once we get back here, best believe you're not gonna wanna miss it.
Greetings. I'm Reggie Nance, Associate State Director for Multicultural Outreach for AARP New York. AARP is a nonprofit, nonpartisan, mission-driven organization that focuses on empowering people at any age to live the very best life possible. We work to strengthen families and communities, and we advocate for the issues that matter most to the 50+. On behalf of AARP, I'd like to say that we are very proud to return as a sponsor of Cafe Mocha Radio's second virtual Salute Them Together Heroes Emerge Momentous Awards, which pays tribute to the resilience of New York. 2020 has been an unprecedented year for everyone affected by the COVID-19 global pandemic. But led by New York's unmatched will to serve, there comes survival and stories of overcoming adversity. Tonight, we honor my longtime friend, Larry Scott Blackman, who is one of those change agents who has been intricate in the New York community, representing Fresh Direct, the leader in online grocery delivery with a mission to fight hunger. And later, Sisters from AARP presents the legendary First Lady of Gospel, Pastor Shirley Caesar, with the Spirit Award for her over 60-year career committed to making music to change the world. It is our hope that everyone will be inspired as we recognize some exemplary individuals doing some extraordinary things in the world. So congratulations to some well-deserved honorees, and may you continue to put great things in the world.
Carving out your own route in life, especially with a father that's like Cameo's founder and funky leader, Larry Blackman. Word Up, It's Like Candy, Ow, Wear That Thing. Yeah, that Larry Blackman. Larry Scott Blackman Jr. has done just that. His beat is focused on community service. Let's see how he carved his own way out.
Larry Scott Blackman lives with the mantra, get it done by any means necessary to serve others. As Vice President of Community and Government Affairs at Fresh Direct, this New York City native spearheaded the 5-borough Feed Families initiative to help feed New York City families hit hardest by the pandemic. Prior to this, he served as the New York City Parks and Rec Deputy Commissioner for Community Outreach. Among his many duties, he oversaw the Green Thumb Division supporting more than 600 community gardens. If the name sounds familiar, that's because he's the son of Larry Blackman Sr., founder of the legendary 90s group Cameo. So it was only fitting Jr. followed in the footsteps of Sr. and began his career working at EMI Records promoting R&B artists. But his true passion was serving others in the community and political sphere. Using some of his old music industry tricks, Blackman successfully helped promote New York City Councilwoman C. Virginia Fields to Manhattan Borough President, aided former First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton in her win as New York State Senator, as well as helping New York Senator Charles Schumer as Deputy State Director. He then joined the New York Jets as Senior Manager for Public Affairs. There, he convened a task force that resulted in the historic Minority and Women-Owned Business Enterprise Program, which circulated $100 million for the city's marginalized communities. When his alma mater, A. Philip Randolph Campus High School, a Harlem institution for over 40 years, was threatened with closing, Blackman led the way with his fellow alumni to save it. A proud member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity and a man for the people. That's why Larry Scott Blackman is Cafe Mocha's 2020 Salute Them Community Service Honoree.
Apple didn't fall far from the tree. Your father was a trailblazer as well. It's a pleasure to present you with the Salute Them Community Service Award. Congratulations, sir.
Good day, everyone. I'm Larry Scott Blackman from the Village of Harlem, and I would like to thank all of you, specifically the Salute Them Committee, for this glorious honor. I'm extremely humbled to receive this award, and this award is really a culmination of work not done by me, but by partners, the greater Harlem community, and people that I've been blessed and fortunate with to engage with throughout the course of my career. So I thank you. I want to specifically thank Cafe Mocha Radio, Lonnie Love, Yo-Yo, Sheila Eldridge, and Angelique Perrin. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it, and it is something that I will cherish for the rest of my life.
wait a minute, before we take this to the limit, wanna make sure that you're in it. Can't be the only one that gets us through. Only time will help us see, but you got to believe it. You know that love it change like seasons, but me and you, we fit so good. Know that road wasn't built in a day, but you feel it, you can't be afraid. Know that fear all gets in the way. It's not complicated. What I'm trying to say is God must be a genius, or me and you wouldn't be here. I know that you haven't sinned. I don't believe in coincidence. I know God's a genius, so everything goes out for a reason. I know that you haven't sinned. I don't believe in coincidence. I know. Yeah. Check it. First you hit and you disappear like it's magic, yeah. Sitting you waiting like we in traffic, yeah. Like a roller coaster that's moving backwards. Made me wanna go roll up and backward, yeah. Try to find another but can't. Who would wanna be sober when we get? This is one of those feelings that you can't. You ain't gotta be a scholar just to know that. Whoa. Yeah, you know that fear only gets in the way. It's not complicated. What I'm trying to say is God must be a genius, or me and you wouldn't be here. No, I know that you haven't said. I don't believe in coincidence. I know, God's a genius, so everything goes out for a reason. I know that you haven't said. I don't believe. Take me away, Jay. Let's take them back. Here we go. Said you can't keep running in and out of my life. Said you can't keep running in and out of my life. Ooh, you can't keep running in and out of my life, baby. Said you can't keep running in and out of my life. Here we go. It goes my heart is shining for you. It goes my heart is shining for your love. Ooh. Say it with me. Said you can't keep running in and out of my life, baby. Said you can't keep running in and out of my life. Oh, you can't keep running in and out of my life. You can't keep running in and out of my life.
The Barbados-born, Harlem-raised Doug E. Fresh has been a hip-hop legend for 35 years. In 1985, his group, the Get Fresh Crew, released their instant classics, The Show, 6 Minutes, and Lottie Dottie, We Likes the Party. The GOAT-certified game-changing song featured his supreme rapping and debuted his distinguishing beatboxing. Known as the Human Beatbox, Dougie Fresh is also a health and wellness advocate. He works with women's shelters, abuse shelters, leadership groups, peer counseling groups. He also works with the Intelligent Black Women's Coalition and the Boys and Girls Club. And that is why we love you and we salute you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the Human Beatbox. Dougie Fresh.
He is the world's greatest entertainer and the original Human Beatbox. He is Doug E. Fresh. And he's been rocking the world for nearly 40 years. We were introduced to him in his dazzling performance in the 1984 cult classic Beat Street. A year later, he joined the Get Fresh crew that included MC Ricky D, better known as Slick Rick, and they shot to stardom with the hip-hop classics The Show and Lottie Dottie.
Lottie Dottie, we like to party.
Already etched into hip-hop history, the Harlem native's iconic stature was confirmed when LA hip-hop collective Cali Swag District forever immortalized him in their 2009 hit, Teach Me How to Dougie.
Teach me how to duck, teach me how to duck, teach me how to...
Birthing an international dance craze. Everyone from CNN's Wolf Blitzer to Justin Bieber and Beyonce. Even First Lady Obama couldn't resist showing off their Dougie, incorporating the hip-hop pioneers' timeless dance moves from the 1980s. As a businessman, he's partnered with some of the world's largest brands, including McDonald's, Toyota, and Febreze, the recipient of endless honors, the Source Awards Lifetime Achievement Award, the BET Hip Hop Awards, and induction into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. But the greatest work he does is using his platform to promote community health. He's co-founder and vice president of the Hip Hop Public Health nonprofit, which uses music to end illiteracy. He worked with former First Lady Michelle Obama, co-producing the soundtrack to her Let's Move campaign. Now, in a global pandemic, he created the 20 Seconds or More song, better known as Wash Your Hands, to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. For his commitment and enduring cultural impact on Black culture, and for the belief that hip-hop is supposed to uplift and create. It is meant to educate people on a larger level and to make change. That is why Doug E. Fresh is Cafe Mocha's 2020 Salute Them Legend Honoree.
It is my pleasure to present the Salute Them Legend Award to the incomparable Dougie Fresh.
Hello, 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 and thank you so much for this award. I really appreciate it. I mean, I just want to get up and start doing the Dougie. I want to do something. I want to dance. I got to first of all thank Cafe Mocha. Salute them, salute you for this award. I want to acknowledge and I want to thank Toyota for making me a part of this. AARP, you know how we do. I want to thank Sheila, my girl, Yo-Yo Hip Hop Forever, Lonnie, always holding it down. And I want to thank everybody out there who just thought of me and had me in your mind or in your spirit. And I want to thank you, and I hope that your families are safe, and I hope that the Creator is blessing you in these interesting times. So really quick, one thing I want to say also is that, to all of the people out there, all of the young people, all of the older people, to the older crew, it's never too late. If you creative, continue to create. Don't let nobody stop you from creating, because creating is endless. It has no limit. The other thing, to the younger crew out there, young entrepreneurs or whatever you want to do, look, I've been doing this since I was a kid. I mean, since I was this big. And I'm still doing it now, and I thank the Creator all the time just for giving me the ability to still be accepted by different generations and different groups of people. And the one thing that I see that's so important in this world is your spirit, is having the right mind, the right attitude, the right vibe, and having the right people around you. And all of y'all out there that's trying to achieve what you want to achieve, persistence overcome resistance. 99.9% of the time. The only time it don't happen is when you stop. And the last thing I want to say is I thank you for this award, because in life I've learned it's not the big things that people say, it's the little things that people do. So thank you so much.
In 2015, my job was eliminated and I got a good severance package. I joined a partnership with my 2 children and we established our own family-owned business, and it is the Nourish Spot. COVID-19 has affected us in a couple of ways. One is every medical professional across the world is telling individuals to eat fruits and vegetables so that they can immunize and inoculate their own bodies against viruses and other chronic illnesses like COVID-19. So as a result, we've been receiving increased demand for our salads and smoothies and, fruit juices. The young people that work here for me, they were all high schoolers in, January, February, March, April, May. And their lives were upended. So I've sensed kind of like a low sense of depression. But I think because we remained open the whole time, we provide like a semblance of hope, that maybe things will get better because we're still here and we're still open. New York, we're strong people. We've been through a lot in the last 20 years. I mean, now we find ourselves here in COVID. We're just a resilient people. And I don't know if it's because we're from the concrete, but here in New York, grass grows in the concrete, okay, or through the concrete. Trees grow through the concrete. So I just think that we just cleave together and we're resourceful and we just do the best we can because we know tomorrow will be better. Soul solidarity to me means that you assemble or you gather with like-minded people, people that are going in the same forward direction that you are. I have been able to find solidarity not only with my young staff, but also with the fraternities and the sororities in the neighborhood that have come to support us in a big way. I think that the more of us that would practice that, the better this world would be.
Introducing our next honoree is a real treat for me. As long as I can remember, she's been a consummate entertainer, philanthropist, CEO, and she can burn. I eat too much of those Patti pies. Now she's got a full meal with her Patti's Good Life. Lord, girl! Always giving from her heart during this pandemic, she's using her voice to help others. Let's give it up for the fabulous Miss Patti LaBelle.
When you think of grace, style, elegance, and class, you think of Miss Patti, Patti LaBelle. For over 50 years, she's brought us timeless hits, from Lady Marmalade with LaBelle, solo classics, If Only You Knew,
Only you knew.
could forget her signature, Over the Rainbow.
Over the rainbow.
Genres from gospel, funk, to R&B, and even jazz, Patti LaBelle is truly one of the greatest voices of our time. She's loved for her big heart and boundless love. In times of crisis, be it AIDS or the pandemic, she's never hesitated to lend her voice to help others. She's never hidden her own personal struggles and laid it all on the line, from the loss of her mom, sisters, and best friend from diabetes and cancer to her own diagnosis as a diabetic. And can she burn in the kitchen? Her legendary culinary skills are featured in 6 best-selling cookbooks, including Patti's Pearls and Patti LaBelle's Light Cuisine. And let's not even talk about the Patti pie that has become a national sensation and her frozen food line, Patti's Good Life. As an actress, Miss Patti will forever be Dwayne Wayne's mama from a different world, and we loved her in Star and Greenleaf. Whenever, wherever, however, Miss Patti has always withstood the test of time. That's why the amazing Patti LaBelle is Cafe Mocha's 2020 Salute Them Soul Solidarity Honoree.
Hi Patti, it's Nona. Congratulations on your Soul Solidarity Award. You will wear it well. You share your soul every time you open your mouth to sing. That big mouth. Congratulations. I love you. I hope to see you soon.
She just makes you feel good all over. You could beat any odds with Patti and them pies. Please put your virtual hands together for the one and only Miss Patti LaBelle, the Salute Them Soul Solidarity Award honoree.
Thank you, Cafe Mocha, for this wonderful award. I hope I can live up to it, into it, and all around it. And just thank you again for thinking of Patti LaBelle. I love you. God bless you, and take care and be safe.
Miss Patti, this is such a dream come true, to be honoring you. Thank you for giving us years of great music, love, and inspiration. This is my song to you, your song. I love you. Somebody loves you, babe. Oh, somebody loves you, babe. Somebody loves you, babe. Somebody loves you, Patti. Yeah, yeah. Somebody loves you, baby. It happened so suddenly. I woke up one morning with you on my mind. No matter what I did, couldn't stop thinking about you. Want an instant replay of yesterday. Somebody loves you, baby. Somebody loves you, baby. And you know who it is. Somebody loves you, baby. Somebody loves you, baby. Somebody loves you, baby. I'm under your spell. I don't wanna break free. You can make a slave out of me. I worship you and nobody else. I pledge my love to you forever and ever. Somebody loves you, baby. Somebody loves you, baby. And you know who it is. Somebody
hard to believe we're down to the final award, but we are. But our final honoree is an anointed voice. She's fed our soul. She's influenced gospel generations of singers from every walk of life. We just love her. In case you've forgotten how truly extraordinary Mama Shirley Caesar has been, let us remind you with this little trip down memory lane. Watch. Be strong. Be strong.
She's truly a cultural and spiritual treasure. Pastor Shirley Caesar's anointed career spans nearly 7 decades and counting. I remember Mama, no charge, God will make a way, and Satan, we're going to tear your kingdom down are songs sealed in our DNA. Born the 10th of 13 children in Durham, North Carolina, Shirley began recording at the age of 10. The Caravans, Dorothy Norwood, Inez Andrews, James Cleveland, and her mentor, the great Albertina Walker, are among the legends whom she sang and recorded with. The recipient of 12 Grammy Awards, 15 Dove Awards, and 13 Stellar Awards, she's also graced the theater stage, most famously as part of Mama, I Wanna Sing. And she can be heard on the big and small screens in Rosewood, The Preacher's Wife, and HBO's hit series Lovecraft Country. Through her Shirley Caesar Outreach Ministries, she's taught the Word for nearly 50 years and served as co-pastor of the Mount Calvary Word of Faith Church with her husband, the late Bishop Harold Williams. Her 2010 sermon, where she listed greens, beans, potatoes, and tomatoes, are among her blessings. It fueled the 2016 viral Thanksgiving You Name It challenge. A proud Shaw University HBCU alum, Pastor Caesar returned to the school in the 1980s to complete her degree and later studied at Duke University's Divinity School. Civic-minded, the Delta Sigma Theta member even served on the Durham City Council. Inducted into the Gospel Music Hall of Fame, North Carolina Music Hall of Fame, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, for being a woman of faith, unafraid to praise God unapologetically. That's why Pastor Shirley Caesar is Cafe Mocha's 2020 Salute Them Spirit Honoree.
It is my sincere honor to present our 2020 Spirit Award to 12-time Grammy Award-winning gospel artist, the First Lady and Queen of Gospel Music, Mama Shirley Caesar. Congratulations.
Thank you. And guess what? I hold it here in my hand, all right? And I just want to let you know how honored and how proud I am to have been chosen to receive the Cafe Mocha Radio 2020 Spirit Award. and guess what? I humbly accept it. I will always strive to continuously, if you will, exemplify the true essence of this wonderful award. Understand this, that even in our uncertain world where we're plagued by COVID-19, it is so sad that we've lost so many people. But this pandemic is raging. Not only that, but we have racial and social injustice, and it's just so imperative that we don't lose our faith in God, young lady, and know that there is never a panic in heaven.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Amen. You know why? Because God's got it all in control. Amen. But simultaneously, we got to also understand that in this solidarity, and keep affirming that Black lives do matter. And we must stand for justice and for racial equality. And so again, I'm so committed to the call that I've just released a brand new recording entitled, Take Your Knee Off My Neck. Black Lives Matter. And so again, thank you, Cafe Mocha's co-host, Lonnie Love, Yo-Yo, and Angelique Perrin, thank you, executive producer, Sheila Eldridge, and Cafe Mocha's partners, I thank you. AARP, I'm a part of that. Thank you. And Toyota, I'm so proud to be your 2020 salute them spirit honoree. Thank you, thank you. I stand in solidarity, okay?
Well, we appreciate you so much, Mama Shirley Caesar. You are an honor to us. We are so humbled that you took the time out to accept our awards, and you put on them eyelashes. I see them eyelashes. Look.
I did it myself, too.
Well, congratulations again. We can't wait to be playing your song on Cafe Mocha Radio.
Well, hello there, Pastor Shirley. It's Jacqueline Carr. You already know that it is more than my pleasure to be able to do this for you. You have been a huge inspiration to my ministry. And today I just want to start off by singing one of my favorite songs by you, You're Next in Line. And for those of you who's watching, if I were you, I would call my miracle forth. Have you ever walked the floor? Yeah. All night long, wondering how you were gonna pay your bills, and a still small voice said, be strong. Sometimes struggles, it is my will. And then I just love it when God steps in and he says, I'm never late. I'm always on time. Get ready for a miracle, yeah. Move on up to the front of the line. Can you just wave your hand in the air and say, today is my day. Oh, Lord, today is my day. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. I'm next in line for a miracle, a miracle. I know you've seen a lot, you've been up against a lot, but I came to call forth your miracle. Lay hands on yourself wherever you are and say, today is my day. Today is my day. I ain't been waiting for nothing. I ain't been praying for nothing. God's got a miracle for me and my home and my children and my money and my job. Today is my day. Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. I'm next in line for me a miracle. I just want to take my time and say this. I'm next in line, oh, for a miracle, for my breakthrough. Do I have any witnesses? You ought to just say that. I'm next in line, yes, so yes I am, for a miracle. I believe because I've kept the faith. Yeah. Today is my day for a miracle. Now, if you believe that, you ought to clap your hands wherever you are and give God a praise, because the promises of God are yes and amen. If he said it, you better believe he shall perform it. Can you just give God praise because he's performing today? He's performing on your behalf. Come on, come on, come on. That's it. Open your mouth and give him praise because he is performing every miracle he's promised you. God bless you, and I love you.
It's officially the holidays, and as you know, this year has been harder on a lot of folks than other years. If you've been blessed, please help our Mocha Cares Foundation help those hit hardest by the pandemic, those living in shelters. When it comes to helping others, we ain't too proud to beg. So if you can help, please feel free to Cash App whatever you can. Give to $Mocha Cares. Don't forget that $. The whole purpose of Cafe Mocha doing these awards is that we hope that we move your spirit and inspire you with all of these honorees. We can all do our part. It starts with you. Give them and yourselves a virtual applause. I'm gonna give a real one. Let's make Black Friday about supporting Black businesses and volunteering in your community. Join me in kicking out 2020. It needs to go. And commit to loving more, giving more, and being a blessing to someone else in 2021. Thank you to our honorees for all the ways in which you lead and inspire. Like New York, we are all strong and resilient. Thank you to our sponsors, Toyota, AARP, and PRG. And most importantly, you, for allowing Cafe Mocha Radio to be a voice for women for the last 10 years. We salute you. See you March 2021 for our next celebration. Stay safe and always in a New York state of mind.
Hey, let's start it off right. The fireside is blazing bright. Caroling through the night. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Oh, I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true, 'cause all I want for Christmas is you. Let me know when I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Oh, may your days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright. Let it snow, oh, let it snow. Well, outside it's cold, but the fire, oh, baby, still let it snow. Let it snow, yeah. Let it snow. Oh, fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angels' voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night and have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Oh, na 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 na.
All right, Queen Patti. There are singers and then there are singers. You are a singer's singer. And I hope you know how deeply we all love you. This is for you. I love you. you understand? You're my man, and my one desire is keeping you satisfied. Baby, when we're together, say I'm alright, and you're alright. It's like paradise. I just want you to know how I feel, how I feel. I want you, sugar, I want you so bad. I got a burning desire, my soul's on fire. Can't you see you're my everything, baby? When we're together, say I'm alright, and you're alright. It's like paradise. I just want you to know how I feel, how I feel. I love you, honey, I love you, I do, more than you ever know. It's for sure, you can always count on my love forevermore. I need and want you, baby. Love and need and